In this tutorial, we're gonna create bouncing 3D text in Element 3D with deep glow effect for mobile. It's very useful because you can easily add this 3D text on top of any of your video. For example, in After Effects, going to blend in mode screen, and that's it. So we create a new composition, selecting text tool, and then type in our site. In our case, watcheswheel.com. Then we aligning it, enabling grid. Then we need to select text where we want to reduce size of the text. I want to leave all capital letters, but just to reduce size a bit, to make it more readable. Then go in layer, create, and create masks from texts. Then create a new solid, drag it underneath, and then go into Element 3D plugins. Then we need to set up our scene. We go in custom text and masks and selecting our mask, path layer 1. And we open it, press extrude, and then we can see our sign for our website already in a 3D mode. So next we open an extrusion model, bevel, going to bevel backside selecting and bevel curve, changing parameters to 0.5. Then we duplicating model 3 times, and then we need to drag it back to set up colors for each model. Go into materials, physics, and applying this gold material. Then in the middle you'll put green light, and for the back we put gold one. Now we need to push them back. So now we'll got this 3 different models which look like awesome. So now we need to select environment light. Can select basic one. It's not that looking good. Let's try another one. It's look fine. Hit OK, and then we can see it in the middle of our screen. So we need to drag it down and align it. And then I just hide previous one, and we can see our 3D text layer already ready. We're going back to our Element 3D, and then we create a new plane. Flipping 90 degrees by orientation. Select a two-sided plane, increasing the size approximately 5 by X and 5 by Y. And then we change in color of this plane and select it, made a reflection. So we will get nice reflection. We increase glossiness. And then we selected mirror surface. Reducing glossiness a bit, put 50%. And hit OK. Now we're creating new camera. The same settings you can put. And then we're creating new null object. And we're connecting our camera to null object. Then we're going to transform. Selecting scale. And a bit reducing put back to 100%. Then we put 90 and put on 100%. Now we're playing and we can see a little bounce effect. You can put 95 there and 100 to bounce it a little bit more. We can select all of them, move around, and we can see it's bounce a little bit more. We can tweak each keyframe individually, or we can select all of them. Depends how you like. Wow, this bounce looks good. Always don't forget to save it. And we can press F9 for easy ease. Now we go into effects and searching for light sweep effect. It is CC light sweep. And then we drop on top of our solid. And now we can play with position. We're moving position of the light sweep to the left. Hit center on a stopwatch. We can change to smooth and then we need to change sweeping angle. Like this looks perfect. After our bounce finish, we can set up our light sweep. Like this is perfect. Can increase some edge intensity of the light sweep. Then we're looking for glow. Let's see how it's gonna look like with glow effect. Now we're adding up deep glow. Reducing exposure to 0. Put keyframe. Increasing exposure. And reducing it with a keyframe. Okay, looking good. Saving our project. And now we can render it. And that's it. Choosing location where we're gonna render. And hit render. And see how it's going.